and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're not just gonna be sitting in the car talking today. We're going to play some golf. It's been a while. Last month was my 3-month golf anniversary, 3 months of playing golf. So I want to give you guys an update on the game, show you where it's at. Some of you guys have been asking for this, so let's go hit some golf shots. Apologize for the wind noise that might be coming in during this one. It's a tad windy out today, but as an intimidating first tee shot, stepped up, a nice little cut around the corner. Very happy with it. As you can see, water comes in pretty tightly on the left, bunker and a highway on the right. We split the fairway, hit our target. Should have about 145 in. Chip just stayed a little high up on that ridge. Thought it was gonna release out, but we got a bunch of rain the last couple of days, so not as much as I thought. 540-yard par 5, but it's just like dead into the fan. So if we can get this one in 2, that'd be awesome, but I don't know. So it's been a little while since we've talked my golf game on the channel, so I'm gonna try to use this video to give you guys some updates. I really apologize if this wind is brutal. Anyways, we're gonna be trying to give you guys some updates. So I mean, the first one is that this was the first of my 3rd summer of my first year playing in competitive events. I've been playing on a local tour here in Vancouver. It's been going pretty well. I've shot a 79, was my first qualifying score. That was good for net first, gross second in my division. And then I played in the city amateur, shot another 79. That was not good at all because that was against a bunch of D1 golfers. I didn't realize that. And then we actually had a really good result about a month ago. I played in the University Open, which is another tour event, and I shot career low tournament score of 73. Only good enough for second. Again, someone else went out and fired like a 69 in my division. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We have a weird number, 215, but it's up the hill a little bit and a bit into the fan. We're gonna try to bunt cut a 3. I don't think 4 will get there, but this full would be way too much. Just left side. Plays super burnt out, like very link style. So those greens are always, I just can't get the hang of it. I left another chip so short. Well, sun's coming out. That's a good thing. 4. Well, that's hit very well. Maybe a little left of the intended target line, but still hit very well. I think the next natural question with me talking about playing in tournaments is why? And, you know, do I have goals? Am I trying to go pro or anything like that? No, like I don't have any type of, I'm not a big goal guy. I kind of just like to live in the moment. I enjoy playing golf a ton. I enjoy practicing golf a ton. I enjoy everything that comes along with, you know, the process of trying to get better at this game. And so for me, playing in tournaments, it's just like a fun test. I grew up playing in sports. I'm a competitive guy. I also am very blessed to have the opportunity to put a lot of time into this game, put a lot of hours in practice-wise, just because it's what I want to do with my free time. And I have a job that obviously allows me to, you know, do stuff like this a bit more. So I'm gonna take advantage of it. All right, well, a little left, clearly. Pretty good little line. I just have to deal with this tree in front. The pin's kind of behind it. So I think I'm just gonna try and go over the right side of it. Can't really draw it out of the rough, but I'll probably try to draw it a little bit. All right, made it through the tree. fine. It's just gonna be a little left of the pin, but it should be on the green. Okay, I think we accidentally just carried that like 150. It was a knockdown 9. I'm gonna get to why that happened in a second. There's a reason, and it's been happening quite a bit more recently, but we got an absolute circus chip here coming down a massive slope. It's probably not going to show on camera, but it is dodgy. Par 3, 173 yards. I promise I'm not just saying this. 1 and 3 are 2 of the trickier holes on this course. Then like 9, 10 are probably the other 2 trickiest ones. There are some really good scoreable opportunities coming up. So gonna choke down a 7-iron, kind of try to hit one a little lower. See where it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna run this little soapbox front loaded here, give you guys all the updates towards the beginning, and then we'll dial in the golf at the end. But this is one that's pretty important based on that last 9-iron shot that you saw me saying it went a lot farther. I finally got a coach. For the first time in 3 years, I guess I got a lesson, but really more, I took on a coach, someone I'm going to be working with longer term, you know, while I have these goals of competing. I just kind of reached a point where, like, you know, I shot a 73 in a tournament, and that's great, and I just felt like I had kind of reached my own ceiling and I needed help to go beyond that. So we've only had one session together, but even in that one session, there's been a lot of valuable changes that have been implemented. Biggest one is just like really swinging. Like I would kind of just, I had a very like athletic move, it's been described as before, where I would just kind of like, you know, semi-rotate and then flip and use my hands at the ball, and you know, I was just kind of, I would get stuck and kind of flip, whereas now we're working on rotating more. So with that, the ball's going like a club to 2 clubs farther on every shot, which is great. But you know, anyway, pin high, got chip. Lovely par save there. Really didn't want to come out of those first 4 holes. 3 over, 2 over I can manage. I'm also not gonna lie, Nate the entertainer while golfing, I haven't practiced those 2 things, and I find it challenging to be a golfer and an entertainer at the same time. So we're gonna dial in for a second. I want to show you guys kind of, you know, get a realistic picture where we're at. We got some scoreable holes, so I'm gonna go 0 dark Nate and just play some golf for you guys. And I'll check back in with you in a little bit, hopefully when our score is close to even par. 454 yard par 4. And a wedge. Shorter par 5, 480, but dead into the wind, and water right in front of the green, so tough to get at them too. This is why this par 5 is so tricky. You can probably hear the wind that wallop that drive. We're center of the fairway, but I'm guessing we're still gonna have like 235 into this one, and there's water that comes all the way up to like 5-10 feet short of the green. So if you're off your number by a little bit, you can be in the water. There's bunkers long. Tough hole. $329-yard par 4. Usually play short, but with the wind today, I'm gonna try to hit that same low 3 with it. So. Kept it under the wind nicely, but pulled the heck out of it. So got this big tree in front of us. 97 yards. Where? Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. That went over the tallest part of the tree and then just sat. Probably just missed my favorite swing of the day. Par 3, 155. Hit a nice high draw 8-iron into the wind. Didn't hit record. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. This hole is always a toughie. Only like 400 yards, but with OB left, tight, and then there's wind always pushing towards the hazard on the right. You can do a bunch of different things, but I've just conceded to just gotta step up and hit a good one. I think I might have skyballed that one because number one, it sounded funny. Number two, I lost it the moment I hit it. It's like no idea. You saw it land, thankfully, in the fairway, but that one I think just went really high. Yeah, definitely a sky ball. That thing only went like 150 or 250. Sorry, we got about 150 to the stick. We're just gonna try to chip a bit of a 9-iron. We're kind of downwind. Go, 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 go. Left so many short today. Okay, 2 over, front 9. I mean, not horribly mad about it. The course is obviously playing kind of tough with all the wind and it's a little wet. I don't feel like I'm making a ton of crazy mistakes. The swing change thing's different, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think we just need to dial in, hit a couple more greens. The driver's good, make a couple putts. We had a couple opportunities on the front that we didn't make, so I don't think it's out of the question to bring this thing in the house at even par. I'd say that's the goal. Let's try to get this thing to even par. The back 9, the first 2 holes are kind of tough, but then there are some scoring opportunities. The last like 4 holes are good scoring opportunities. Alright, good news, bad news. Bad news, we definitely blasted it into the hazard. We crossed kind of like right at the stake between these 2 trees. But the good news is, this hole's only 340 yards. When the wind's helping, which it is a little bit, it's basically drivable. So, I mean, you should just hit a 4-iron, but I like to try to blast driver, especially if I'm doing it for content, because you can almost drive the green on this one. In worst case, if the wind is, like you can see, it's kind of coming off the side more than anything. So it'll tend to push them out into the hazard, but by the time your ball gets into the hazard, if you hit it well, which we did, you're up pretty close to the green. So the bad news is or that's the good news. The other bad news is I only brought one like premium ball. I didn't realize I was out in my premium ball pocket. So I got 3 that I found. I have a Kirkland, I have a TaylorMade with all these colors on it, and we have a Pro V1X that looks a little worse for wear. I play a Pro V1. I'm gonna try the Pro V1X. It's all beat up. See how that goes. All right, pretty good. We got a par putt. Very happy with that. Yeah, up and down from the gunk. Par saves sometimes feel better than birdies, but honestly, par 4 driver. Tell me you work out without telling me you work out. Bag chicken breast, literally every time I play golf. Bag chicken breast, apple, and some rice cakes. That's my go-to healthy, good carb protein, but also lightweight, easy to eat on the go golf course meal. I don't like sandwiches. They're too hard to eat. They just fall apart in your hands, too messy. You need to be able to just grab some, eat it as you go. But you don't want to just have junk. Beef jerky is another good option. I'll do that sometimes for sure, but I'm pretty sure this hole is like over 400 yards. And we have 56 yards in the fairway. Swing change, you know? I think that may have pitched like a foot from the flag, I think. Last of the tricky ones here, and then they get pretty scoreable. 445, pretty much dead into the wind. Par 4, by the way, 4. This wind's changed this hole from the last hole pretty dramatically. Instead of a flip wedge, we're gonna knock down a 5-iron from 180. Try to bring it in low, hope the wind kills it. Worst case, maybe be a little long. Definitely still getting comfortable trying to flight the longer stuff with this new swing. I just kind of put a bit of a slap shot on that one. Great. Oh, that was close. 163, we're kind of protected from the wind, but I know it's still up there, so I'm gonna hit pretty much like a full 6-iron, I think. Poor shot, throw it up the face. That keeps our dreams very much alive of getting us to even par. Let's go, scoring holes. 2 par 5s back to back, baby. All right, 533 yards, par 5, downwind, basically playing like a par 4. If we hit a good tee shot here, we'll be a short wedge in probably. Going right over those trees in the center, those little bush trees. Let's hit very hard. We're probably a little right, but there's a whole nother fairway over there. So we're good. You're much better to miss right. It's closer to the hole Those hit hard though. Maybe I'm just used to getting more rollout because this course is usually dry and burnt. I still have 228. I mean, it's a back flag with 228 to the flag, like 180 to the center. So I didn't go as far as I thought. Let me know. All right. Well, we've been pretty deadly with the wedges so far. 60 yards. That's what we can do. I mean, that was deadly. I've walked a straight line. There's the pitch mark. There's the flag. Downwind, and it's kind of a downhill here. Stayed on the green, but we got an uphill putt at this one. Holy. I'm not really fist pumping the birdie. I'm fist pumping the up and down. I'm fist pumping the wedge shot. Man, these wedges feel dialed. Back to one over. Let's go. If we can do the same thing, this next one's long. It's gonna play like 600 plus yards into the wind. It's like 585 on the card, I think. Dead into the fan. But if we can hit two good ones, cut the corner a little bit, leave ourselves, you know, after two shots, like a wedge in, we can do that again, baby. Another up and down. Let's see it. Split the fairway, cut the corner, hit it hard, and still have over 300 yards in. 3 wood. We're on our number, baby. 55. Not bad, little pulley on that one. Oh, low. To be fair though, being upset with par on that hole when the wind's up is like the most bonehead thing ever, because I mean par is a great score on that hole when the wind's up like this. So we're there. We got two very birdieable holes coming up. Even par is definitely in play, maybe even under par. Stay tuned, 3 holes to go. 422, but downwind, well, off the right, but still down. We're just gonna take it right over this evergreen tree in the center here. If we hit it well, we should have a wedge in for sure. Yep, we're good. Tough fall. It's 117. It's a bit. That was pretty good. It was at it, just took a little kick. As dialed as the distance has been with the lob wedge today, that's really the only wedge I've taken the time to like work on. I had a pretty big wedge practice with it yesterday. I obviously need to work up the bag with the rest of the wedges and find where I'm hitting what, because I think I took like a just far too small of a swing with that, but that's all right. This next hole, there is an eagle opportunity. It's a drivable par 4. I can definitely hit the green or get very close to it. I think it's like 300 carry-ish, or 300 yards, sorry. I don't need to carry it the whole way. I can have it run up, but it's soft, so I might need to carry it the whole way. So we'll have a little bit of wind help. We'll just take a big rip at it. We drop a 2, gets us even, but we still could birdie this and the par 3. So the goal is still alive. The green is just basically on the other side of that tree and marsh, straight over that. Right is better than the left. So left is water, so can't go left. That was it very well. Left side, baby, we got a chance. That was a heck of a drive. Right, I thought I was going to turn more. Downhill, right to left for the bird, baby. Alright, we got a chance. We birdied this, we shoot even par. 147 yard, par 3. Sounds easy, but the wind always feels like it's just coming off the left, but it always is into a bit, and it's so hard to decide where to fly. I think I'm just gonna try to hit a smooth 7 up that right, let the wind bring it back. Oh, sit. It struck so well. It just sauteed and ate high cut, but again, it's so hard to judge. The wind just boof. All right, this is it. I pulled the pin. I apologize. You might not be able to see the hole as well, but I need this one to go in. I need this one to have the chance for even par. All right. Back where we started, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys did enjoy. We got close, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't walk around that course, especially in these winds, expecting even or under par. That was just a goal that I set kind of halfway through, mainly for entertainment purposes for you guys. So I'm pretty stoked. 73 on that place. I think the course rating is a 74 or just about 73.9. And when the wind's up and it's soft, the course, you usually get some back with this course because the play's so dry, so you get such run out on all your tee shots, but that was not there today. So I'm stoked with the outcome.